everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today is August 16th, 2026, and wow, do we have some absolutely world-shifting AI news to get through today. I mean, things are moving incredibly fast, so let's just dive right in, shall we? First up, Claude AI officially takes over managing a real physical retail store. 2. Google Gemini smashes past the massive 1 billion user mark. 3. XAI drops Grok 4.6, built specifically for autonomous agents. 4. The EU drops a massive mandate on Android devices. And 5. ChatGPT just completely removed its message limits for free users. But wait, there's more. 6. SpaceX and NVIDIA are literally teaming up to put AI data centers into orbit. 7. OpenAI has to hit the emergency brake and suspend its Astra model. 8. Cloudflare launches a browser with zero visual interface just for bots. 9. The UN rolls out brand new AI standards for youth. And 10. MIT cracks an unbelievable quantum cooling tech for AI chips. Okay, let's get right into the details. Section 1. Autonomous Agents and Management. We're seeing AI move way beyond just writing lines of code. It's actually stepping directly into real-world corporate management now. 5. That is exactly how many months Anthropic's Claude model ran an actual physical retail store here in the US, completely on its own. As an experimental project, they basically handed over the entire management of this location to a purely algorithmic framework. Just think about that for a second. And during this experiment, well, history was made. Claude actually fired a human employee. The employee was consistently late, and Claude just executed the termination after issuing a series of automated official warnings. Boom, fired by an AI. But here is the wild part. Claude actually ended up losing the company money in the end. Why? Because of memory context constraints. The model literally kept forgetting the operational rulebooks. So it's this incredibly fascinating look at the potential of autonomous management, but it absolutely hits the nail on the head as to why we still need ongoing human oversight. Speaking of autonomous agents, Elon Musk's XAI just rolled out its flagship Grok 4.6 model. And the whole focus here is on really complex multi-step tasks. It's totally optimized for autonomous agents that can just sit there and analyze code, do independent research, and build software for hours without a single human stepping in to help. Plus, they've priced it highly competitively to make sure developers jump on this fast. Now, to do all that, these highly capable agents need an efficient way to actually navigate the internet, right? Well, thanks to Cloudflare's newly released Kitesurf product, AI bots can now execute online transactions and navigate web structures exactly 100 times faster than a human operator could. 100 times. So how does Kitesurf do it? It completely skips the traditional visual interface. There are no buttons, no menus, no waiting for graphics to load. It is built strictly to read raw data codes and API structures directly. So you can literally just sit back while your AI agent instantly books a flight, executes a trade, or fills out some massive administrative form in the background without waiting for a single screen to render. It just goes. Moving right along to Section 2, Global Access and Regulation. Let's talk about how everyday users are getting their hands on these tools and how governments are actively stepping into the mix. 1 billion. Let that number sink in. Google's Gemini AI assistant has officially crossed 1 billion monthly active users. Because it's baked so deeply into the Android operating system and Google Workspace now, Gemini is officially the fastest-growing digital product in the company's entire history. But, that massive market dominance definitely hasn't gone unnoticed by regulators. Under the European Union's Digital Markets Act, the landscape on Android devices is seriously shifting. Previously, Gemini was the exclusive default system assistant. Now, the EU is mandating that Google has to let rival AI services get that exact same deep system integration. So, when setting up a new phone, users will get a prompt right out of the box asking if they want Claude, ChatGPT, or Microsoft Copilot as their default instead. Huge shift. And right in the middle of this intense competitive environment, OpenAI made a move that is going to vastly impact global access. Daily text-based message limits for free ChatGPT users have been completely removed. That's right, basic Q&A and text generation are now entirely uncapped for everyone. You still have to pay for the heavy-duty stuff like advanced image generation, but man, a massive barrier to everyday AI utility just vanished overnight. Which brings up a really crucial question. Who is actually adopting all this newly accessible technology the fastest? Well, according to brand new data from the United Nations, youth and adolescents are picking up AI tools at exactly 3 times the rate of the adult population. Because they're adopting it at such breakneck speed, the UN just announced their brand new Global AI Standards for Youth. The framework targets 3 crucial pillars: making sure AI access creates equal educational opportunities, guaranteeing super strict data privacy for minors, and implementing robust labor protections since algorithms are starting to totally reshape the entry-level workforce. These standards are poised to form the core foundation of the upcoming Global Digital Compact. All right, last up, Section 3, Infrastructure, Space, and Security. We are looking at some extreme hardware innovations today, plus a pretty terrifying cybersecurity vulnerability. So, the physical footprint of AI development is officially leaving the atmosphere. SpaceX and NVIDIA have formed this incredibly ambitious partnership to deploy orbital AI data centers. They're going to install NVIDIA's next-generation Vera CPUs and Rubin GPUs directly onto Starmine satellites. And honestly, the logic here is kind of brilliant. You get continuous, unfiltered solar power up in orbit, and you can leverage the literal vacuum of space as a free, infinite cooling system to bypass all those massive energy costs we have down here on Earth. But down here on the ground, we've got some incredibly serious risks developing. OpenAI has urgently suspended the rollout of its highly anticipated Astra model. While they were doing internal red teaming, researchers discovered that Astra could autonomously identify system vulnerabilities and successfully generate zero-day cyber attacks. Let me repeat that. It was independently creating novel cyber weapons. That poses a critical security threat, so Astra is currently quarantined and undergoing intense auditing by independent security agencies. Now, for those looking to solve AI's massive heat and infrastructure crisis without literally blasting servers into space, researchers at MIT just made a monumental breakthrough. They've developed the world's first superconducting quantum heat engine, specifically designed for AI chip cooling. This thing operates near absolute zero, and it actually converts waste heat directly back into work. It's a total game changer that could dramatically reduce the colossal energy drain of our modern terrestrial data centers. Okay, we've covered a tremendous amount of ground today, from orbital servers to major regulatory shifts. But I want to circle back to our very first story for a second. Think about that Claude experiment. How ethical and how safe is it really for an AI to act as a corporate manager, one with the actual authority to terminate human employment? Should algorithms ever possess the power to sacrifice a person's livelihood just in the name of corporate efficiency? And here's our second major thought to ponder before we go. Are orbital data centers a genuinely brilliant environmental solution for our planet? Or are we simply exporting our terrestrial resource crises directly into space? These are the complex, world-shaping questions we have to answer as this technology accelerates into literally every facet of our lives. But that concludes our explainer for this week. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you in our next analysis.